What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, man? It's your boy Shooter Brown, man. I'm just checking in, see what the hell y'all doing. What's happening? You know, I was just finding some way to play some music without getting copyright infringed upon, or for me not to infringe on somebody else's copyright or whatever, right? Anyway, I'm just out here, man. I'm just out here. I just took oh mother. Sorry about that. You know, trying to get my life together in here. What's happening with y'all, man? You know what I'm saying? Keita, what's good? Thick ass. Anyway, yeah. So, let me tell you about what happened to me. I never finished. Well, okay. I got the last 2 weeks for me has been like the absolute worst. You know what I'm saying? Let me turn this off because this is putting a glare in my glasses. There, one of many because of the street lights out there. Maybe I could put my curtain behind my phone without dropping my shit. Let me see. Maybe that's a little bit better. Okay, that's about better. A little bit, maybe not. Nope. Okay, tried it. Fuck it. Yeah. I'm out from the rabbit hole, man. I'm out from the rabbit hole. I took California off the list, man. I'm never going back. I can't do it. It cost me so much money. I got like somebody's at my house. I got. Let me get my thoughts together. Okay, what happened was I got loaded, and then when I took the load down to California, I could only carry 34,000 pounds in the back. So apparently I was like 35 and 500. Okay, so I was 1,500 pounds over. Well, I forgot about the California rules, and what happened was I got pulled into the DOT station, and what they did was they shut me down. I had to sit there and wait for some dude to come out in the middle of bumfuck Egypt to come with a forklift and move one bundle of pipe. And I don't know how to do the moderator thing. I mean, I don't know. People, let me see. Add moderator. Boom. Let me see. Did that work? Yeah. So, but yeah. So what happened was, for that guy to come out and move that one bundle, it cost me $1,000. Like, it was like $800. I call it 1,000 because it might as well be, right? So it messed up my whole thing, like all my money that I was gonna take home, and you know what I'm saying, da. So at the end of the day, yeah, chump change for you. You making all the money out here. I'm trying to be like Adam when I grow up. But what up, Swift? But it messed up all my bread, man. Cause I was trying to save up and da. But man, that $1,000 hurt. And then what happened was my load ended up being late because I had to wait all that time for the guy to come fix the joint. So my load was late. I missed the pay period. Okay, and then I get down to California, like really down in there, and stupid traffic. It just threw. You know how you get that one thing that happens and it throws everything else off. It just threw everything else off. And it was like right before that, or right after that rather, I go drop that off, come back to Vegas, and I got to go back to California. Well, no. Yeah, that happened when I got there. Before that, as soon as I pulled out from the house, I blew a tire on the trailer. And I didn't have like a regular trailer. I had a step deck. So I still got that same step deck. So the tire is like a 19.5, so it's just, I don't know, man. I'm thinking about just biting the bullet and going reefer, man. But they telling me I gotta do 20,000 miles with a trainer and all this. I just don't want to do it, man. I just don't want to do it. It's just that it's been so much back to back. I ain't got paid in like 2-3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Behind that one incident, how it threw off everything and it made me late, and then I was just trying to, you know how you're just trying to catch up with the groove. Totally missed it. So at the end of the day, it's like I'm just screwed up out here, man. Then I get to Colorado, and they tried to load me from Colorado to Minnesota, but my bunk heater wasn't working. So I was like, I ain't going to Minnesota, you know. And but it was Friday. This was yesterday, day before yesterday. And so at the end of the day, I had to make a choice, you know, because I turned down the load. I was like, I'm not going there. My bunk heater don't work. I don't know what negative temperature it is in Minnesota right now, but I don't want to find out without a bunk heater. Fixed the bunk heater, figured out the only thing you had to do, if you get an F12 on your bunk heater, on the Webasto, only thing I do is take the cover off and pull the plug, wait 30 seconds, plug it back up, and it'll work fine. But I didn't know that. So after I'd already, you know, did whatever with the load, turned it down. So I'm like, look, I'm not about to sit here all weekend. I just deadheaded to Texas. You know, Philip said, you will hate reefer. Why would I hate reefer? Any reefer drivers here? Why y'all hate reefer? You know what I'm saying? If you do hate reefer, or why? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, streets be missing you looking and investing in crypto. Crypto, your last real talk live feed gave some good info. Crypto is where it's at, man. Even though it's crashing right now, I'll talk about that in just a second. Let me finish telling you about this. I drove all the way down to Texas. It was like 660-mile deadhead. Cause I just said, you know, if I'm, you know, whatever, I might as well just go. You know, so I just left. Drove down to Texas, and that's where I'm at right now. Just posted up, waiting on Monday, trying to squeeze in the 34. This 34 will be over tomorrow morning, about 10 o'clock. I'm gonna take a load at 7. But I ain't gonna pick it up till about 11. That way I can get a smooth 70 hours. You know, is running lease solo worth it? I've been thinking about doing it this month. It depends on who you're running with. If you're with Prime, it could be worth it if you know, but if you ain't training, you know, I don't think so. But it's not bad. I can't say that it's bad, but it depends on you and your expenses. So I can't really answer that question for you. You see I'm getting that? But yeah, so I've just been having a rough couple weeks, man. That's why I ain't been making no videos and nothing. I've been pissed off, you know. Oh, and I got a point of advice. Adam said do company for a year. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not company. I'm leasing. I don't like forced dispatch. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole trip thing with Minnesota. If I was company, I wouldn't have had no choice, you know. But since I work for myself, then yeah, I can be like, I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Adam said I'm hard-headed. Adam locked himself out of his truck. And he didn't know something. He didn't know to call me, because I'm the king of bad luck problems. And I've already locked myself out of my truck at least twice a week since I've been in my truck. Here's what you can do if you lock yourself out of the truck. If you have a Freightliner, I got a 2018 Freightliner, but it has the old body style. I don't know how about the new body style, but you might want to check. If you lock yourself out of your truck, do not waste your money calling a locksmith. Okay? Only thing I do is pop the hood right next to your steering column. Like if you're standing on the driver's side, obviously where the steering column is. Standing right there on the driver's side where the steering column is, you pull the hood up, you look in there, and right to the, I want to say the left of the steering column. No, it's to the right. I don't know. But there's a little box. It's not even a box. It's like a little platform panel. Okay? It's rectangular, and it has a little wire harness going past it or whatever. Right? You can take those 4 bolts out, and it's like a passage through your firewall. You pull that panel out. It's about this big around. Well, this big. Okay? And you reach your hand in there, and this works if you left your key in the ignition. You look at it, you're like, oh snap, I locked my door. I can look and see it's in the ignition. The key's in the ignition. You pop the hood, and this is on the Freightliner the 2018s, or the 2017s, really, probably for that matter, the same body style. You can reach inside there and you can pull your key out of the ignition and pull it back out through that same hole and go around and unlock your door. You know, you can get into any Freightliner like that. Like, I don't even see what the point is of really locking the door anymore, because it's so easy to get into Freightliners now that I figured that out. But I mean, I got an extra key now. But the thing about it is that, I mean, I had one, I just lost it because I suck at everything. But the thing about it is that if you pop the hood and you take those 4 bolts, it's like a little, he said, my big ass arms end up getting stuck. Hey, listen, I'd rather have scratches on my arms than having to pay, what $150 for them to come unlock your door. And you could, if you're at a truck stop, and you go in there and get a little Allen key set or a star key set, and you could just want 4 times around the panel. It's 4 bolts. You just take them out, and it's a hole in your firewall. You just reach right in there, pull your key out of the ignition, right? You gotta do it like this because, you know, the key's from the driver's seat. You're pushing the key in to turn it, so you have to reach up and around it. But it's like right there. You could probably see the other keys on your key ring hanging. You reach in there, and then you pull that out, and you can pull it back through the hole, and unlock your door. Like, it's real simple thing. You know, I wouldn't stress about it. You know, if you're not, I mean, that's a pretty big hole. Like, if your arm gets stuck in there, then you locking yourself out of your truck is probably the least of your worries. You know what I'm saying? Like, go outside and walk around. You know, I need to hit a barbershop because, like, this hair around my face is just pissing me off. You know, my fro is getting longer though. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to bush it out. You know, getting a little hang time. Not really, but, you know, it makes me feel good. You know what I mean? Appreciate that, Miss Lucky. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you watching. I'm gonna try to do this more often. I say it all the time and then be gone for like another month. You know what I mean? Because I be going through shit, man. But anyway, but yeah, that's what that's about. You know, but anyway, if you want to get up on the cryptocurrency game, let's see what the prices look like right now. I know I'm all over the place with my videos because I have a short attention span. You know what I'm saying? Not really, but it sounds good. But let me see. Okay. Oh wow, Bitcoin's down to $3,832. That's crazy. What the hell did happen? Oh, here we go. Okay, yeah. Bitcoin's down to $390. I mean, excuse me, $3,960 right now. XRP is 35 cents. Okay, you know, it's gonna stay that way. I'm telling y'all right now. If people look at the market and they say, "Oh, it's crashed. Bitcoin's done." Da 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 da. You know what I mean? I'm ready for the tinfoil story. Yeah, hey, listen, I got a lot of tinfoil hat shit, but it is what it is. Like, I think that if you, with these prices, man, later on, you're gonna be really glad you put a couple dollars into XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, anything right now. Everything is so low that when the market finally hits, backed. The New York Stock Exchange, the company that owns them is called the Intercontinental Exchange. They're opening up a cryptocurrency exchange called Backed. It's not going to launch until they postponed it. It was supposed to be December. Well, not December, but coming up in December. But they postponed it to, I think, January, February, something like that. Either way, the market's way down. But I think that when it does boom, it's gonna boom for real. You know, and people are not even gonna be ready. I think 2018 was the year where we needed this bear market. I think, honestly, we needed this bear market because at the end of the day, it boomed too fast in 2017. You know? Yeah, Backed is dropping in January. Fidelity is dropping next year too. I can't exactly say when. I haven't really been on it that much, but I do know for a fact that these companies, these major institutions, are putting together serious cryptocurrency platforms with trusted names. You know, I mean, Fidelity, the Intercontinental Exchange, NASDAQ, they're all opening up cryptocurrency exchanges. And if Bitcoin and everything is dying and it's going to be dead forever, why would they be doing that? You see what I'm saying? 1,000% gains, yeah. You know, 10x gains are not even going to be the highs. You got to understand that when it went from, You're talking about 38,000%. Hell, at the price it is right now, Bitcoin is still at 400% gains. You see what I'm saying? And it's down so far from last time. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, gonna shoot like a trucker at the end of a 3-month stretch. Yeah. You know, and that's what I'm saying. People are not paying attention to what is actually happening. Let these prices fall. Trust me. Because at the end of the day, you're going to be able to get in at a lower price. I'm going to tell you when everybody's going to jump back into the market. And everybody's going to be like, yo, you know, buy Bitcoin, buy this, that, and the third, when it's around $10,000, $15,000. I think once it passes $10,000, I wouldn't have to tell people to look into it. It's going to be everywhere. It's going to be everywhere. I don't know why people don't buy when it's cheap, but I buy when there's blood in the streets. You know what I'm saying? He said, why are you a trucker and not a financial advisor? Because, you know, I mean, I might seem like a pretty smart person, you know what I'm saying? And I am. I'm pretty intelligent, but I don't have the paperwork to back it. You know, I got a GED, man. You know what I'm saying? A few college credits, you know. But I just know shit because I watch the next E. Dean. Now, hey, I'm gonna tell you something. Dean Cole knows what he's talking about, man. Dean Cole knows what he's talking about. XRP started at half a penny and shot up to $3.18. And that's before the company even started. This is what I'm telling you. People don't even understand that it was less than a penny. You're talking about 30,000% gains that was had. Even if it at 35 cents, if it goes up to $3.50, that's 1,000% gain. That's 10x your money. You see what I'm saying? That means if you put $1,000 in it right now, if it goes up to $3.50, you done made $10,000. You know? That kind of shit. You see what I'm saying? He said GED is making more than PhD nowadays. Well, of course. You know, because at the end of the day, people are not understanding that having these major degrees mean one thing. A, you're probably in a whole lot of debt because of how much it costs to get these degrees. B, you better be damn sure you picked the right one to get your degree, a right subject to get your degree in. If you got a PhD in underwater basket weaving, you ain't making no money. You know what I mean? Straight up. Or if you got a PhD in something that's not in demand, you're not making no money. This is simple supply and demand. Now, I might just have a GED, but that ain't the only thing I got. You know what I mean? I'm also a certified pistol, rifle, and shotgun instructor, certified through the NRA. I'm also a personal security detail operator, certified through CRI. I'm also man, I got so many certifications that I just do. My problem is that I can do a lot. My problem is not being able to do something. My problem is picking one thing and just doing that. You know, just like with this trucking thing. You know, honestly, to keep it real, trucking to me is a means to an end. It's a fundraiser for me. It helps me to make good money to put towards something I really want to do. You know, and I really want to invest. I really want to make a lot of money. And trucking can help you do that if you put your trucking money in the right place. You see what I'm saying? You have to look to the future of what's happening in the world. Blockchain is indeed that future. If somebody would say, oh, well, if you can go back to school right now, what would you go back to school for? I would go to school for blockchain engineering or blockchain technology, something involving the blockchain, because blockchain is where it's at. The blockchain and all these industries that's gonna spawn out of the need for people to regulate this is gonna be something. What's up, Phil? Yeah, be safe, man. You know, and that's what it is. It's like blockchain is like the internet boom, but it hasn't happened yet. People think, oh, well, the Bitcoin bubble already happened. No, it hasn't. No. Because in order for something to actually be a bubble, everybody has to know about it and be involved in it. You have to understand that the amount of money that's in cryptocurrencies right now is so low. The entire market cap is less than 200 billion. That ain't no money. That is no money. When the internet boom happened, the market cap for internet stocks and things like that, it was like $8 trillion. You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm telling you. When you're talking about a real bubble, I mean a major bubble for cryptocurrency, you're talking about a $250,000 Bitcoin. You're talking about a $500,000 Bitcoin. That's a bubble because this market is global. You see what I'm saying? The internet thing was cool, but it was like in the United States. You see what I'm saying? For us in the 90s when shit really popped off, and then in 2000 when everything started going, but when the bubble burst, you had trillions of dollars in the market. You know, trillions of dollars in the market. You know, yeah, XRP passed Ethereum a while ago, and it's like they're $4 billion higher in market cap. The price of each XRP is only 35 cents, but the price of each Ethereum is still $111. You know, somebody said, what is the blockchain? It's kind of hard for me to explain because the blockchain can be used for different things. I would say in simplest forms for me to explain what the blockchain is a system of recorded permanent transactions on a trustless system that is verified by nodes in a space. It's hard to explain what exactly. You gotta go to look YouTube it. What is the blockchain? They'll break it down for you, but basically it's like this. Okay. For every transaction that has happened, it is recorded. Okay, it is recorded and it is verified by more than the two parties involved. Okay, so let's say I want to buy some Bitcoin from you. Okay, the transaction itself of me buying Bitcoin from you is recorded at this date, at this time. This wallet and this wallet had a transaction. This wallet sold this from this wallet, sold something, and this wallet bought that from that person or that wallet, right? Traded, sold, however it was done, it's recorded. And these recordings of transactions or movements of information is recorded into what they call a block. Now, a blockchain is a long ledger of these things happening. So it's a trustless system. You don't need to trust that the person, if it went through, is verified. It's hard to explain. It's hard for me to put it into terms that I could really readily just break out. You see what I'm saying? But it's transactions. It's movement of things. It's movement of value that has been recorded and not centralized to a person or an entity that regulates the verification process. That's pretty much what a blockchain is. You know what I'm saying? Basically, go to Binance and get all the XRP you can. You better. I mean, look, I ain't no financial advisor, man. You do what you want with your money. But this is what I'm telling you, okay? This is what I do know. That there are major people involved at very high levels of finance, government, and regulation that are very interested into this thing called the blockchain and cryptocurrencies and crypto assets, digital assets. You see what I'm saying? This is not something that's a fly-by-night thing. You know, you think we're gonna pop it off with China? I don't think so. I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? Sell your kids' college fund and buy XRP. Hell, you might do better with the XRP than you did with sending your kids to college, to be honest with you. I mean, think about this. If your kid's college fund right now sits at about $30,000, if you bought 10 Bitcoin and just sat on it and each Bitcoin became $50,000, then which was a smarter move? I'm not saying that you should do that. I'm saying that based on the mathematics of the predictions that have been made and based on the fact that at the end of the day, these prices are going to be minuscule compared to what you're going to see by the summer. Like, that's just what I think. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I think. You know, I mean, people are dropping all kinds of knowledge on YouTube. I'm just a guy, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a guy who's tired of being broke, tired of working my ass off for something else that I don't own. You know? Do I own the company I work for? Yeah, but I own a job. Like, you know what I mean? I own a job. So, you know, finally caught the King of Shadows live. Shooter, Remington or Mossberg? I say Mossberg. I say Mossberg because I own one and I'm biased. There it is. Why do you think we're linking up with Canada and Mexico? Well, tactically they're our neighbors. You know, literally they're our neighbors, and it's good idea to do so. But the problem is like, I don't know, these wars are super expensive. Ain't nobody got the money for this shit no more. You know, that's the thing. Nobody has them. The Modern Investor is a great one. I listen to the Modern Investor every day. He drops videos every day. He talks fast. I can listen. You know, he doesn't have the whole live thing going on like I got right now. Like some other cryptocurrency people, they go live and they talk, but you rarely get the good information because they're so busy talking to the people making the comments. And I don't mind that when I'm in the mood for community, but sometimes I just want the news, bro. You know, I just want the news, you know, and at the end of the day, it's like, if you don't, I don't know, man. I wanna make it, man. I want to survive like everybody else. You know, this ain't nothing malicious towards anybody or whatever, but we're trying to make money here. That's the gist of everybody in this space, everybody in the world. Everybody has to make money because we're still slaves to the financial system, which is indeed crashing as we speak. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It's like you got the war on terror, you got the war on drugs, and all this other shit that didn't mean nothing. You know, you got private prisons. Like, it's all fucked up. You know what I mean? How I feel about car hauling. I've never hauled cars. Okay, I'm just gonna put that out there just like that. I never hauled cars, so I don't know. I looked into it. You know what I'm saying? He said, you ain't chilling for real. What you mean I ain't chilling for real? I'm chilling, dog. I don't need much to relax, to be honest with you. You know, I can sit in this truck and drive around the country for months at a time and be perfectly mentally fine for my level of mental sanity. You know what I'm saying? Listen to Digital Asset Investor, Modern Investor, and do your research on crypto. Great advice. The Digital Asset Investor, he talks about Ripple, XRP, constantly. That's his investment, and I support that. But there are others also. Do they have the same potential as XRP? I don't think so. I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who Peter Schiff is, so you got me on that one. But yeah. It says, report, Trump is considering Eric Prince's plan to privatize Afghanistan war. I mean, there are certain things that should be in your mind as red flags. You see what I'm saying? You know, that's what I think. I think that certain things are just, you know, if you look at the news, man, it's just it's so messed up, man. You know, things are going downhill fast. Buy gold and silver, buy brass and lead, buy XRP, buy Bitcoin or whatever cryptocurrency you're into. Do your research. But I mean, you can't go wrong with gold and silver, brass and lead, dog. You know, I'm telling you. I just bought some gold, and you know what I mean. I just, you know, you better do what you got to do, man. You know what I'm saying? Everyone wins with weed. Marijuana stocks is a good one too for, you know, a good long-term investment. I feel like you're not gonna hold it. If you don't want to hold it for 30 days, then you shouldn't look into holding it for 30 years. Some things are just long-term winners. I know that there are certain companies that are looking into making marijuana beverages, and they're not small companies. You know what I'm saying? Just my luck. When I get rich, a bomb will drop. Yeah, that's what I feel too. I feel like at the end of the day, like, watch, I'm gonna look, I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, cool. I got 15,000 XRP, I'm good. Then boom, they hit $10,000 a piece. Boom, I'm sitting on what, 11, $12 million. Nuclear bomb. Don't get to spend none of it. Like that kind of shit. You know, I have that same thing. It reminds me of that song, Isn't It Ironic, by Alanis Morissette, way back in the day. That's for, I'm showing my age now. If y'all don't know about that song, then, well, you know, it's like rain on your wedding day. You know what I'm saying? Free ride when you're already late. Anyway. Yeah, so that's what that is. I think I met you at Prime the other day. I've been deep into the crypto thing, bro. Yeah. Adam said that's why I have guns. Yeah, that's true. You can't shoot a bomb. You know what I'm saying? You can't shoot a bomb, you know. I'm trying to get a little hang time with my beard, y'all. What do y'all think? I don't know. It took me like, I've been growing this nonstop for like 4 months. Like, I know other people like Adam, you know what I'm saying, or other Nordic people can grow beards really long, really fast. But this is like, I haven't shaved in like a couple months. You know what I mean? I still, you know, I've been growing my beard as long as I've been growing my head hair. You see what I'm saying? And oh, what's up, dog-faced soldier? But yeah, you know, so I don't know. This is like maybe a half an inch. It's so horrible. It's so horrible. Like, it don't matter how much cunnilingus I perform, my hair on my face doesn't grow. You know what I'm saying? Google that word if you don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, but yeah, that's just what it is. You know. I also want to talk about the fact that nobody's paying attention to what's going on with this food situation. You know, Monsanto, all these people. Okay, let me tinfoil hat shit. All right, if you haven't watched this documentary, okay, yeah, Elko, me too. If you haven't watched this documentary called Food Inc., look into it. Look into it. Look into it. Look into it. Okay, get on YouTube or whatever thing you got, and look into it, because at the end of the day, man, they're fucking with our food. Nobody's curing any diseases anymore. Yes, I'm back on it. Yes, I'm gonna talk about it. Yes, I'm a tinfoil hat. I'm not really a conspiracy theorist, because the conspiracies are true, so it's not really like a theory. I don't know. I'm just saying that look into it. You know, I ain't even gonna go down that rabbit hole no more, because every time I go there, I be getting comments. People be complaining. You know what I'm saying? Oh, is every video gonna be about this? If I told you that there's a plan for an armed squad of robot scorpions to walk down your neighborhood streets and murder every child first, would you want me to talk about that every day? If I knew that it would happen, or if I believed that it would happen, should I sound the alarm? You know, he said, can you explain the chain around your neck, homie? Why wear it on the outside being so damn small? What does that mean? I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? You saying that my chain is small, so I shouldn't wear it? Suck balls. Anyway, so the point I'm trying to make is that I think that somebody's got to tell people, you know, somebody's got to tell people these things. You know, at the end of the day, if you saw some, I want somebody to tell me. You know, I want somebody to tell me. I want somebody to be like, hey man, I just heard that so and so, and that way I'm not saying believe what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm giving you shit to look into. I'm not saying don't. I'm not saying believe me. Okay, I'm saying look into it. You know, I'm not saying that it's true, but let me work your Google. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's just what it is. Like if you're using YouTube for Beyonce and Cardi B only, then you're missing the point. You are being distracted. It's called bread and circus. Google that. Okay, back in the Roman days, things were going downhill. The economy was messed up. The money was being turned into bullshit like it is now. And what did the emperor say, or whatever the head dude in charge was? He said, well, we'll keep giving them bread and circus and they won't revolt. They give you bread and circus. They feed you at the Colosseums and things happen to keep your attention over here. Meanwhile, over there, they're making all the moves, baby, behind your back. And it's stuff that's detrimental to your situation. But if you don't look into it, if you're so distracted by, you know, the booty shaking, okay, and the protests of whatever's going on, or the things that's trivial, because some protests are legit, but the things that are really happening in the decision-making process that affects your life. This stuff affects your life. This is not just things that just are on the internet. You know? This is something you should be worried about. You know what I mean? for the new train route being built. Now there's a new world government that's popping off. One world government. And honestly, to keep it real with you, I can't say that I'm all the way against it. I think that for a natural evolution, but you got to understand that I'm a weirdo. So take what I say with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? It says people so caught up in YouTube beefs and shenanigans that the real issues don't get any light. Trucker stayed, and then he said stay in the truck like no, bring it back, Adam. Bring it back. I wanted to read that. The problem is what to do about it that will actually make a difference. Well, the thing about it is that what can you do about it is get the word out. People will make decisions on their own. You know what I mean? But and then if something happens, you're not surprised. It will spark something into you to say, okay, well, maybe I can't do anything about what's going to happen, but maybe I can prepare. Maybe I can choose to stop living my life by this retail addiction that they're putting us through, okay? This constant debt that we're in. And I might want to buy something that can help my family in the event that a catastrophic, cataclysmic chain of events occurs. This is what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. Elko is right. One day you're going to wake up and you're going to swipe your card at the ATM and it's just going to be a red screen that says ain't nothing shaking. You know what I'm saying? You know? He says, I'm saying focus on getting your own personal savings to minimize 200,000. Then worry about the world. Well, I feel like that if you worry about the world, then it would trigger some people to start with their savings. You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. If you feel like everything's okay, what you need savings for? You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm getting at. People will sit there and tell you, oh, you're wrong, you're crazy. This isn't happening. They're not doing this. But meanwhile, the level of autistic kids that are being born has risen exponentially. Along the same time that they started putting in aluminum and everything. They're spraying aluminum across the world. Then you say, hey, shooter, what are you talking about? You see what I'm saying? Oh, well, if you look at what really causes dementia, autism, things like that, I guarantee you'll find a correlation between that and the aluminum poisoning that is happening in the world. This is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You know, wait, what? I'm saying focus on trying to throw shade at people who ain't even here. Oh, I like Party Hard. That's my peoples. You know what I'm saying? Party Hard is my peoples. Trucker Brown is my brother. Literally. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Everybody should know that. But anyway, but yeah, so that's just what it is. You know, you have to. We try to keep the bullshit beefs and all this other shit. Oh, they talk about this. Oh, F Trucker Brown or F Party Hard or F Guilty or F. I don't give a shit. You know why? Because honestly, if you got that much time on your hands to talk about my brother like that much, you're not doing anything but helping his channel. To be honest, if you really was hating that bad, shut the fuck up. Point blank. But you're gonna make videos about people, their numbers are going up. I'm just gonna point that out. I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying, that and I'm not saying you did, Django. All I'm saying is, in general, I make general statements. You see what I'm saying? If I want to talk about somebody personally, I'll say their names. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem with it. I ain't scared of nobody, but I just don't care. I don't have that beef. I don't have that beef mentality with people. You know what I'm saying? I only have one thing. I care about one motherfucker enough to kill for him, and his name is Sean Brown. You see what I'm saying? So, and I'm not going to talk about it. It's not going to be on the internet. It's not going to be none of that shit. Something's going to pop off, and then I'm going to throw my life away over my brother. And you better put that shit to the bank. You can take it to the bank on that. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, you know, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying my best to tell people what's going on, and the bullshit creeps in. You see what I'm saying? The bullshit creeps in. And I'm trying to tell you that I get comments and messages. You see what I'm saying? You know, I get comments and messages and, oh, you still talking about this, you still talking about that, because it's still happening. You see what I'm saying? If two vegetarians argue, is that beef? I don't know. I don't know. How many opportunities you think go away by being in that truck all year round. You're a very intellectual brother. Get out that damn truck. Well, I'm not saying that I'm going to be in this truck forever. My wife wants me to get out the truck, But, here, I'm going to tell you just like I told her, the truck right now is paying me, okay? And regardless of what people think, I got a family to feed, I get paid in other ways, but the truck is paying me what I need to have to take care of my family. And until I find something more lucrative, this is what I'm be doing. This is just what it is. And I take time every few I guess weeks at this point to chit chat with y'all. You know what I mean? Hit the like button, man. Let me know what's good. If you really like my channel, whatever, share it or whatever. But I'm not one of these people. I'm not to not quote somebody else. What does Guilty say? He said, I'm not a YouTube trucker. I'm a trucker on YouTube. I'm not even that. I do random shit. I just happen to be in a truck. You know what I mean? But if you can go back through my old videos, I got videos of me blowing shit up. I got videos of me shooting guns. I got videos of me doing all kinds of shit. You see what I'm saying? So, I think that at the end of the day, you have to take time to think about what's actually happening in the world. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to appreciate that, Django. Salute. Micah said, I missed your bloopers. Here's the thing. I had so many problems when I first started trucking before I was any good at it. I can't really say that I'm really good at it now, but I had so many problems, physical problems when I was first starting that I don't have them anymore because I learned quickly. So I've been having problems, but they've been like nothing that's really, I don't know, and I don't really get as angry as I used to, because I know that at the end of the day, I sucked more back in the day. Yeah, thanks, Adam. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, it was horrible. Hey, I appreciate you, Django, for that $50, man. That's squared away. If you want to support the channel, you want to, look out for the kid, or if you think I need a bigger chain, feel free to donate. I'll buy XRP. So, yeah, but I think that people need to really take it serious, man, because there are serious things going on in the world, and everybody's worried about Beyonce or trucker beef or something, and I don't hate on Beyonce. I don't hate on entertainers. What I'm saying is that don't get so wrapped up in it that you forget about real life, because these things are designed specifically to distract you. There's one thing called entertainment, and then there's straight up distractions, man. And what is considered a distraction is up to you. That's all I'm saying. I'm not here to fucking bash nobody or nothing like that, but get it together when it comes to what's happening, because these news articles aren't for nothing, man. There's a pattern. You see what I'm saying? There's a pattern to what's happening. Look at the US debt. Look at how little our dollar buys now. Look at what's going on. Look at what's happening. And I may be a weirdo for being stuck on this, but I feel like that is a major issue that nobody's talking about. And they're like, oh, Brown, you got a tinfoil hat on and da-da-da-da-da. Like, look, man, you can call it what you want, okay? But at the end of the day, here's what I do know. That one day, like my man said, you're going to go to an ATM and it ain't going to work. One day, you're going to miss an opportunity. That's the major thing, too. You want to get rich? Raise your hand if you want to get rich, okay? That if you want to get rich, you need to look into what's going on with the financial markets, okay? This is what I'm saying. Have you thought about doing a podcast? I probably should do a podcast. I ramble on enough. You know what I mean? I gotta look into that. Appreciate that. Yeah, if you want to get rich, think about this, okay? If you could have bought in at Apple stock when it was $6 a share, would you have done it? Knowing what you know now, it being, I don't even know what it is right now, but I know that Apple just crossed over the $1 trillion mark for their company. There's only one or two companies that are $1 trillion companies in the United States, I believe. And I think it's Amazon and Apple. You know what I mean? And I don't even know if Apple's still based here, but I don't know. Don't get me started. Somebody called me. Sorry, somebody called me. But here's the thing. Like, I try my best to tell people about opportunities that I think that they should just look into. The fact that Bitcoin has went up to $20,000 and now is selling at 3,000 and some change, knowing that there's only going to be 21 million Bitcoin ever created. Therefore, due to supply and demand, it would stand to reason that Django, you ain't blocked. I didn't block you. Hey, Adam, don't block Django. But here's what it is. What I'm saying is this. If you wanted to get extremely wealthy, there are certain things that you need to know. Okay? There are certain things that you need to know. First of all, you want to get in early. Okay? You want to get in early. If you knew about the internet space and how big Google was going to be back in 1998 or whenever it started, you know, okay, don't block anybody yet. I'll let you know. But then you would have done it knowing what you know now. This is the blockchain is going to be Internet 2.0. This is decentralization. This is worldwide. This is not just, you know, I know we got the World Wide Web and everything, but I'm talking about there are still certain companies that are owning everything, like Google, Like, you can't get on YouTube and without dealing with Google, because Google owns YouTube. There are certain companies out there like Tron and other companies, EOS. They are putting together they're using their cryptocurrency space to they're not just selling cryptocurrencies. These are blockchain companies, Ethereum. There are so many apps that are being built on top of the Ethereum platform. If you're not up on what's happening, then how can you be there early? You see what I'm saying? Because one day you're gonna look at Bitcoin or Ethereum and it's gonna be $30,000 a coin, and you're gonna be like, damn, Shooter was telling me about this stuff when it was $111. Like right now today, Ethereum's $111. Meanwhile, there's something called the Ethereum Alliance, okay? And there are major companies backing Ethereum for the platform of their blockchain technology. This is a real thing. This is actually happening. Look into what's going on. If you want to make money, this is why I'm trying to get out the truck. One day I'm going to go live and I'm going to be on a beach or sitting on the hood of my Humvee. You see what I'm saying? That's what's going to happen. Alex, can you get a wrench? I'll give you a wrench. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think I have that many problems for everybody to need wrenches. But whatever, I don't care. Don't overdo it with the wrench. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, I'm going to be somewhere and I'm going to be like, this is what I've been saying the whole time, you know? Because if you got a few thousand of these cheap coins, like, I'm be honest with you, Tron is probably going to be big one day. And even if it doesn't go super big, right now, let me see on the watch list. Right now, Tron is a penny. It's like 1.5 cents, 1.4 cents each. If you put $20 on it and it goes up to $1, okay, let's do some fun math. All right? Because I suck at math, I have to get my calculator. Here's what I'm saying. At 0.014, wait, I did that wrong. See how bad I suck? Okay, $20, right? $20 divided by 0.014 equals. That means that you'll get 1,400 Tron, 1,428 Tron. Okay? For $20. That's 1,428 Tron tokens. Okay? For 20 bucks. If each one of these goes up, okay, 1,428, multiply that by $2. Let's say it goes up to $2. That's, see, I suck, okay? But I know it's gonna be worth something, man. You know what I'm saying? I suck at math horribly, but I do know to buy the shit. You see what I'm saying? 1,428, multiply that by, let's say $2. Let's say 2, okay? Yeah, you'll have $3,000, $2,856. You see what I'm saying? I'm horrible at this. But if somebody like me, who is so horrible at this, knows that if I buy something for a penny and I spent $20 on it, if it's at 1.4 cents, almost 1.5 cents, and it goes up to $1 a piece. I've made a lot of money based on what I invested in. This is what I'm saying. And you can afford to lose $20. You're gonna blow that with your fat ass at McDonald's anyway. I did. I got the bag to prove it. I got the cup to prove it. You're gonna blow that anyway. Invest what you can afford to lose. You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. You know? Oh shit, you was third ID? 1999 to 2001. Roger. Who do you invest with? You talking about the company or the products? I go through Coinbase and Binance for me to, I do it the long way. But there are other ways you can do it. You can get on Coinbase. It's an app, okay? You can get on Coinbase. You can get on, what's the other one? Kraken. You can go through one called Kraken. You can go through one called, I keep slipping my mind. It has a little weird symbol. They said you could buy it direct. I forgot what it's called. But it's not hard to find somewhere to buy this. You know what I'm saying? Oh, 12 bang bang. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm 11 Bravo all day. You know, I was Alpha Company, 1st Battalion, 15th Infantry on Fort Benning. Yep. But on Kelly Hill. But anyway, yeah, Binance. I keep wanting to say, I know it's Binance, Coinbase, and it starts with an F. I forgot the name of it though. But Robinhood. I don't know if you can buy them on Robinhood. Honestly, I don't know. If somebody's used Robinhood and you literally slid your card and paid for some Bitcoin on Robinhood, let them know. I don't plan on using it because I use Coinbase and Binance. But that's just me. You know, Gemini's another one. You know, the Gemini, the Winklevoss twins, they keep getting denied their Bitcoin ETF. It's so horrible how they treat them. And then you watch what's going on with these exchanges too. You know, these decentralized exchanges are getting wiped out. People in New York can't really buy crypto like that from exchanges first. It's crazy. Coinbase doesn't carry XRP. When it does, it's going to skyrocket. As soon as this case is over where they can determine whether or not XRP is a security, which everybody who knows about Ripple knows that XRP is not a security. But once they determine that on paper, then what's going to happen is that it's going to open the floodgates. You know, I believe that 2019 is going to be a major year for crypto, you know, one way or the other. I think it's going to go up exponentially because once this bull run happens, man, it's going to be so massive. Bitcoin got up to 20,000 this time last year. And the only reason it only got up 19 kilo. Okay. Oh, y'all was, out in Germany. Yeah, they were out there. That was before my time. I didn't go in till 2006. But and I got out in 2010, 2011 area. But yeah, this is what I'm saying. Pay attention to the money, man. Pay attention to the money. Crypto is not getting shut down by the government. It's too much money. You know why they're not going to shut it down? Because fiat is going to end up worthless after a while. Why do you think Bitcoin is only 10 years old? You see what I'm saying? They're already talking about banning it. They're not going to ban it. You know why they're not going to ban it? I'm going to tell you why they're not going to ban it. It's too much money. They're not going to ban it because it's too much money. They're just trying to regulate it. They can talk about banning it all they want to, but the major people who are in charge aren't going to ban it. They're not going to ban it. They're not going to let this money go out the window like that. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to downplay it to get the price down. You see what I'm saying? Trust me. Trust me. Trump, Warren Buffett all said that, yeah. And Jamie Dimon also talked junk about Bitcoin. And come to find out he's buying up a bunch of it. Come on, man. You think they're not gonna ban crypto anyway, because first of all, it's faster, cheaper, and more secure to send money that way. You see what I'm saying? XRP is in bed with the Federal Reserve. XRP is in bed with Bank of America. XRP is in bed with SBI conglomerate in Japan. Come on, bro, I do this. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying that if Bitcoin is going downhill, of course Bitcoin is going downhill. You see what I'm saying? but it's gonna come back. You know why? I'm gonna tell you why Bitcoin is gonna come back, and I'm not even a Bitcoin maximalist, but here's why I believe that Bitcoin is going to come back. I believe that Bitcoin is going to come back for the simple fact of supply and demand. And if they do shut down Bitcoin, which I doubt, I think that they're just going to open up a mega mining area here somewhere, Nevada, where they're going to level off the, what do you call it? The centralization of it, because most of it now is being mined in China. Over 70-80% of it is being mined in China. But once they offset that, it's going to level out and it'll be more decentralized. They're pushing the price down so they can buy in and discourage yo motherfucking ass from buying it. But nobody's getting rid of it. They're not gonna, it's too much money. You know? You know how many smart Jewish people I talk to on a daily? Them Jews know, yo. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to say anything about Jewish people because I'm not Jewish and I don't know what people who ain't that are allowed to say. But here's what I do know, okay? Those same Jewish people run the Federal Reserve. You see what I'm saying? Those same Jewish people run central banks across the earth. You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. You know, I don't know what the whole big deal is about Jewish people to people, but I do know that, you know, you got certain families that run this place that we live in. You see what I'm saying? Yes, the stock market will shut down before crypto. Why do you think that all these people who are in the stock market at major high-level executives are leaving that for crypto? You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. Look at the financial, the traditional financial market to crypto migration. That is a real thing, okay? People are leaving from Wall Street to go to crypto. Why? I don't care what rich people say. I watch what they do, and they're doing it. Do you think if crypto was gonna be dead, the Intercontinental Exchange would even consider opening an exchange for this asset type, for this brand new asset class? Think about what you're telling me. You see what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you what they're doing that will contradict what you're saying to me. I'm not saying you're wrong. All I'm saying is that if you look at what's happening, the money is moving. The money is moving. These people who own the stock exchange are opening a cryptocurrency exchange. Why? You think they don't have you think they don't hit golf balls with the people who make monetary policy? You think these people don't know each other? All these skull and bones Yale motherfuckers, you think they don't know each other? You think these rich people who don't know other rich ass people? They know each other, bro. These moves are being made on purpose for a reason. This is 10 years in advance. You see what I'm saying? This is 10 years in advance. Bitcoin was created for this purpose because they knew that right about now, things are going to start going downhill, man. You know? And by now, I mean between 2 years before now and 2 or 3 years after right now. This is, money moves slow, okay? And innovation always outpaces regulation. You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm telling you. Your money, in my opinion, needs to be into digital assets and precious metals. Because if, let's say, digital assets did go out the window, that means that gold and silver and precious metals alone would have to account for the inflation that has been happening over the last 40, 50 years. You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. Wow, you have been listening too much from Trucker Brown. First of all, Trucker Brown's my brother, so I don't know what you mean by that. Anyway, he listens to me. That's my little brother, by the way. So what I'm saying is, which is better, Ripple or Stellar? Woo! Lumens, man, or XRP? That is the question. Me personally, I feel like Ripple XRP to me is more valuable than Stellar because of the partnerships that Ripple has acquired and the reason for its being for the advent of it. You see what I'm saying? Stellar is the new kid on the block based on the same digital interledger technology. You know what I'm saying? But Ripple definitely has better utility, has more partnerships, has definitely have a stronger community backing it. Okay, like there's so many pros to Ripple that Stellar is and then the beef between the guy who's running Stellar and Ripple itself, the problems that they were having. I'd lean more towards XRP anyway, because I just feel like it's just a better product. But at the same time though, I'm not as well versed in Stellar as I am in XRP. You see what I'm saying? Stellar does have a plan. I'm not gonna say that they don't. All I'm saying is that they are behind the curve when it comes to. I don't even think they're really in a competition with Ripple. I think they're in a competition with people who do microtransactions. You see what I'm saying? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Does Trucker Brown buy Bitcoin and that bullshit? Tell me he isn't. He is always two steps of everyone. Smart cat right there. If you want to know what Trucker Brown is doing, you have to talk to Trucker Brown. I am Shooter Brown. Trucker Brown is my little brother. You see what I'm saying? But I've definitely encouraged him to buy Bitcoin. I definitely encouraged him to buy any crypto. I encourage anybody. Honestly, I want people to make it. That's just what it is. I think that at the end of the day, people should do their research and make their own decisions, bro. Make their own decisions. I've been on here for about an hour, so that's probably gonna do it for me. But I just want to let you guys know, man, that stop using YouTube for your simple entertainment and try to learn something. Weed stocks. I like weed stocks. Aurora and what's the other one? Can of something. I forgot the name of it. But there's two major ones. And I own some Aurora stock. So yeah, I definitely would look into that. It's not really that expensive. You know what I'm saying? Did you look into VeChain? Their tech is used in reefers right now. We've got the link up when you come into the east. I'm on my way to the east. But VeChain is squared away. VeChain is definitely keeping up with the flow of products from beginning to end. That is major. That's why they're using it in reefer and food services and things like that. So people can keep up with, when something was made, when it was stored, how long it's been stored, On the blockchain, you can't hide anything. You know what I mean? On the blockchain, you can't hide anything. All these transactions are recorded forever. You know what I mean? So if this batch of chicken was, killed and cut up, and it ended up on this truck, and it went to this warehouse, the blockchain is there to let you know VeChain's product in a nutshell. This isn't the specifics of it. I'm pretty sure it's deeper than rap. But what I'm saying is they track products in a way where it's a trustless environment. You don't need, there's no, it just is. Some people say that the blockchain is really the beginning of history. Because, back in the day, the victors wrote what happened. You see what I'm saying? So, he said, if there is no grid, then what then? Well, then, that's when your brass and lead comes into play. All these things we're talking about with the collapse of the financial system, the collapse of all this, and the third, this is what to do to prepare for these things. But yeah, you're right. If there's no electricity, well, then I guess you ain't gonna be using your XRP or your Bitcoin or whatever it is you bought. But you can use brass and lead. You know what I'm saying? You can have things stored up. Think about this. Grid goes down, boom, everything's blacked out. You're the only person who's been a tinfoil hat person and thought the grid was gonna go down, and now you got a garage full of candles. But you're running out of rice. Somebody comes to you and says, hey man, I'm in the dark. You know what I mean? Can I buy some of your candles? Or what do you got? Well, I got rice, I got beef, I got bread. The barter system in a situation like that will be the good thing, but you need security. And that security is brass and lead, and tactical advantages. You better make sure that your family is secure in a situation like that before that situation pops off. You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. It says NVIDIA graphic card stocks would have been, would have been great while them fools buy the cars to mine, everyone could have been making money on the Nvidia stocks. Well, that's true. That's true. But you got to understand something. The reason why the price of Bitcoin, another reason, I'm not going to say the reason, but another reason the price of Bitcoin is so low right now is because it's a chain reaction when it comes to how much it costs to mine one. You know, you have to at least break even. The mining costs with electricity and things like that, like you have to at least break even. Until that's happening again, people are turning off their mining equipment. And the mining equipment also serves as nodes on in the blockchain, you know, so transactions are moving slower, things like that. Like, you know, a lot of things is going down, and it's I believe it's engineered that way. But honestly, to keep it real, even at the price of, you keep saying that it's crashing, but it's still 400% higher than it was in the beginning. So is it really crashing, or is it a correction? You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Cool Breeze, what's good? I'm good, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. It's like, I understand what you're getting at, but you have to understand that if you Google the words Bitcoin has died, you will get articles from every year between now and 2009. Bitcoin has died 10 times. Bitcoin has bounced back 10 times. It's gonna die again in the eyes of the public to scare you into not buying any. And then what happens is, when the market goes up, you don't have any. You done sold it. First of all, honestly, if you bought in when it was at 20 grand, and let's say you lost it, you might as well, you didn't lose the Bitcoin, it's lost its value, but you still own that amount of Bitcoin. You might as well just wait. You see what I'm saying? You might as well just wait. Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos all said Bitcoin is a joke. Think about who you're talking to. Think about that. I'm not saying that you're wrong, but why would they say that? Because I can also pull up articles where Bill Gates is talking. Bill Gates, Microsoft is invested in the Ethereum Alliance. So it's a joke. It's still a joke. Watch where they put their money. Stop listening to what they tell you. This is what I'm saying. They will tell you all these things. If Bitcoin and blockchain is such a joke, then why are they investing in it? You see what I'm saying? Yeah, in the software part, but guess what? The software part is not funded unless it's being, the cryptocurrency is not being, the blockchain is being built right now. The software, think about this, okay? If this whole thing was a big massive joke or a big scam, you realize that they tell you that and then they put their money in it. This is all I'm saying. I'm not gonna argue with you, bro. It don't make a difference to me. I'm not even mad at you because I understand where you're coming from. But my position is, I don't give a fuck what they say. Because if you listen to them 1 minute, they say one thing. You listen to them another minute, they say something else. Here's what doesn't change: what they invest in. You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. You know? Mario said, believe none of what you hear and half of what you read. This is true. Don't believe me. I'm going to tell you not to believe me. But I'm also going to tell you to look into it. Think about that. Look at the correlation between these people. Why would you think Warren Buffett would tell you not to invest in crypto when Warren Buffett made billions of dollars on the stock market? You see what I'm saying? Why do you think Jeff Bezos would tell you not to invest in crypto when Jeff Bezos made billions of dollars on the stock market and he made billions of dollars shipping things around the world with fiat? You see what I'm saying? It's not what they say. You have to find out why they're saying it and why they're saying it to you, because they're not saying it to the people that they sending their money to. They're not saying it to the people that are there to take their investment money. You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying to you. What countries are banning crypto? Think about that. China is the most regulated country on planet Earth. They don't let their people do nothing without their knowing it. And they banned it, and then they unbanned it, but they're mining most of it. This is what I'm telling you. North Korea stealing cryptocurrencies from around the world. You see what I'm saying? Of course, movie stars are investing in it. It's a risk. Everything. First of all, if you haven't noticed that these safe stocks, I mean, come on, bro. These things are the only thing you can invest in that is not a risk is yourself. You see what I'm saying? He says, how do you mine Bitcoin? Bitcoin is mined through a computer, bro. It's like a digital software that does some type of juju. I don't fucking know. I know that when they do mine it, it's worth something. That's what I do. I'm not a tech dude. Here's what I do know. I do know that if you buy a miner, okay, and you sit it in your house and let it run, it's gonna do two things. It's gonna run up your electric bill and it's gonna mine Bitcoin or Ethereum or Litecoin or whatever mineable asset you're trying to do, to try to mine. I feel like mineable assets, honestly, are not the way to do it, but they did it anyway, so whatever. That's why I like XRP, because they're pre-mined and they're all there already. You know what I mean? And they have a certain amount in escrow, and then they're going to be released, and they burn them periodically to keep it as a deflationary asset. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's just what it is. But this is what I'm saying. I'm into following the money, okay? I'm into following the money. Google it, do what you got to do. But what I'm saying is this: stop being persuaded by these people to not look into something yourself. I don't care if your Jesus came down here and sat in my truck and said, hey man, fuck Bitcoin. I'm like, how'd you get in here and why? You have to question everything. Question everything. Believe nothing nobody tells you, even if it's me. But I thoroughly believe that, and I have a hunch. Let's call it a hunch. Okay? That if you looked into it long enough, you would realize and come to the same conclusion that millions of people have come up with, that the blockchain technology is indeed the future, and cryptocurrencies are going to be the new money. Because these are the only assets that are deflationary. These people are printing money hand over fist. We're $26 trillion in debt. You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. The money is becoming worthless, and they know it. They know it. I guarantee you they're probably going to engineer some type of mass crash, and all this money that was in the stock market is going to panic rush into gold, silver, and digital assets. Hands down. It's going to be a real estate crash because they've been pumping that for the last 10 years also. Stop listening to what these rich people say and watch what they're doing with their money. And watch the companies they own. Watch where those companies are putting the money, because at the very least, it's that same person authorizing these transactions. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. This is Shooter Brown, man. You know what I mean? What? I just bought a GTX 1060 card for $60. People selling their cards now. A good time to buy a graphics card for gaming. Gaming. Yeah, well, matter of fact, there's this on the EOS platform. There's going to be a lot of the same people who made World of Warcraft and Call of Duty, Activision, I think it is. They're getting together and they're putting some games together on the EOS platform. Decentralized gaming is going to be a big thing too. Look into Coil. Content creators, if you're on YouTube or whatever, Coil pays you to fucking make videos and shit directly. It's decentralized, man. It's the future, bro. You know what I mean? Everything has to come together. You know what I mean? Everything has to come together in this juju form to, you know, achieve some goal. I don't know what it is, but I'm not going to be broke while it's happening. This is what I'm saying. And honestly, to keep it real, if I bought into it and it turns out to be nothing, I'll tell you. But I'm going to lose just like you. So it's not like I'm telling you to do something I'm not doing. You see what I'm saying? It is what I'm saying. Ain't got no time for games. Adam, you a goon. You know what I'm saying? You could buy Adam a guitar. He'll throw it out the window because he don't play. You know what I mean? That's just what it is, man. This is Shooter Brown, man. Hang in there. Don't do drugs. Look into crypto. Look at what's going on in your world. YouTube is not just for big booty bitches, okay? Look into things that's going to change your life. Start prepping for something. Because if you don't, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. That's all I'm going to go with. Follow the money. Follow the money.